How's it going, everybody? It's Craig Bush Rocks. Welcome to my channel. Well, today we're going to talk about Nintendo Switch. Considering Sony and Microsoft's having their problems and their issues and stuff like that. But talking about Nintendo Switch, if you're looking for something to collect, most people got a Switch and all that. But if you're just a casual Switch player, and you want to get into something to collecting, the Switch is a pretty good system to get into to collect. I mean, for crying out loud, they still support it. There's still new games that come out on the Switch. If you don't want to buy a Switch 2 right away and stuff like that, if you don't have one right now, the Switch is still a good current system to get. You can get a Switch Pro, whatever they call it, or OLED model, whatever they call that thing. I got mine right there. So it's charging up right next to my Switch 2. Yeah. I got to charge it. Actually, mine's dead right now because I was playing it not that long ago. So, but there's my OLED model right there. So, but yeah, the Switch is a perfect system to collect for. I mean, if you don't get into all like PS3 or even Xbox 360 and you already got a Switch, that's a perfect system to actually like I said to collect. I mean, there's so many games. Uh, an actual physical amount, for physical releases. I'm guessing there's probably over 3,000 physical releases, probably over 4,000 between physical and digital. There's no accurate number because they're still releasing games, but man, oh man, there. If you want to go for some good games, you're gonna have a variety of games. You're gonna have games galore of every genre and everything out there under the sun, and it don't cost you an arm and a leg. And what's cool about Nintendo Switch, you can go to any game store and there's gonna be a whole shelf full of Switch games. It is the most popular system out there right now currently, for buying games. Switch sells more games than I hate to say it, PlayStation and Xbox. PlayStation sells a lot of games, but the Switch sells a lot more games. When you go into a store, the first thing people always want to ask for, where's the Switch games and blah blah blah, and people go right to the Switch games. Now there might be numbers out there might tell the difference. I'm not gonna go try to look those up right now. I just go by what I see. Whenever I go out game hunting, the Switch is the most popular system out there when it comes to games. PlayStation, because they don't have all kinds of exclusives out the yin yang. You see the numbers of certain games on their system that that balloon their numbers and stuff like that. But all in all, when it comes to like third party support, Nintendo got a lot of third party support. A lot of games didn't run very well at the beginning, but most of them get patched up and they run pretty good. But good example. I mean, I got a stack of games right now just out of my collection, just to show you a few of them. A lot of these games can be $20 or less. Yeah, some of these games might be $50, $60, but you get what you pay for on some of these games. I'll show you those in a minute because they're doing Switch 2 upgrades, by the way, of these games too. But I got Bravely Default 2. Now this one might be a little up there and a little bit pricey. I'm not sure yet, but we'll go on. We'll go on Google. Let's show a couple of these games, see what they're kind of going for. But I got Bravely Default 2. Most of these games are in my storage cases when I go out and stuff like that. I keep games in there, so I have them on hand. This one probably don't have the game in it, so I was just playing it not that long ago. So yeah, another one of my favorite games of all time, Burnout Paradise. That's on the Nintendo Switch. Pretty much got everything on there, I believe. So I don't. There's probably some patches and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, this includes all the add-ons and everything else. That's in my case right now, but that one right there is probably $20 or less. Oh, we got Mud Runners, American Wilds, a Mud Runner game. So pretty cool. Like I said, Nintendo still releases newer games on there. They got Miitopia, a real strange game. Like this one right here, one of the newer games that came out, Tadamachi Life Living the Dream. I've been playing the crap out of this one. This came out in Nintendo Switch, not Switch 2. Yeah, these games will probably cost you a penny because they're official Nintendo games, so they'll probably be normal price. But even then, they're still fun to play. I know this one's dropped down in price. Shin Megami Tensei 5. This is like the Steelbook. I'm pretty sure this one's not very much. I think this one's pretty much dropped in price. Set that one off to the side. We've got Octopath Traveler, another awesome game. Keep an eye out for it. Pretty cool. Good old Square Enix, man. like I said, you get all kinds of games. It's like if I can go, if I had all the whole complete library, I would be like beat 'em ups and have a whole big old wall full of them. But Live Alive or Live Alive, yeah, that one right there. This one's still sealed. I think I had the digital version of this one. That's why it's still sealed. But yeah, another sweet game. This one I got for cheap. I think I paid like 20 bucks. Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. I've been wanting to play this game, and when I picked it up, I had a lot of fun with this one. Okay, we'll go with the nice pricey ones. They'll probably be around $40-$50, I'm assuming. Maybe a little cheaper on some of them, but the Xenoblade games and stuff like that. You got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So always keep an eye on, like, if you go to GameStop for these games, if you see them, pick them up. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. A lot of these are getting those little Switch 2 updates, but you don't have to have a Switch 2 to play these games. They're fun and stuff like that. They're awesome. There's some DLC for like a couple of these. Those kind of go up in price if you don't feel like buying the physical versions of the DLC ones and stuff like that. You can buy that stuff separately through the game and stuff like that and still get it. But look at it, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and stuff like that, and Plants vs. Zombies. Yeah, as I'm dropping my games, Plants vs. Zombies. I think my daughter has this one because she's played this one and stuff like that. I might have it back. It might be in my case, but Close to the Sun. Pretty sweet game. I got the digital version of this one. I think I got this one for my daughter. Yeah, I don't have the game in it and stuff like that. But yeah, the Switch. It's pretty cool. Let's get online and just look up Switch game prices and stuff like that. We'll get an idea what some of these games go for. So hold on a minute. All right, go to Switch. Yeah, if I spell it right. Switch games for sale. So, I bravely default $23.74 at GameStop. So, yeah, shopping. We'll get an idea. It's just you can Hogwarts Legacy. That's not $37.49. You can go to Walmart. I think you paid like 20 bucks for this, maybe 15 right now for Hogwarts Legacy. I think I got a copy of that game. I think I did buy it. Was that for the Switch 2 or the Switch? Either way, I did get a copy of Hogwarts Legacy because I was getting some clearance games over there. So Yoshi's Crafted World, Nintendo Switch, 47. Like I said, most of the first party games will be almost at their normal price, almost all of them. How about Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, $42 on pre-owned. So prices are not too bad. Switch 2 Animal Crossing, $64. Why are they showing Switch 2 games? I want Switch 1 games. Let's go to eBay and we'll get a reference on that. eBay. eBay. eBay, baby. eBay, baby. All right, Switch games. We'll get an idea. Oh, that's Pokopia. That's Totomachi Life, $57. Still a pretty sweet game. New listing, Pokemon Shining Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, $75. Like this one right here, you get 2 games right here for $49 or best offer. That's still not bad for this one, $52 for that. Nintendo Switch games, $18 to $39. How about Smash Brothers Ultimate, $29. Just to give you an idea, we'll go to sold items. We'll get an idea and stuff like that. So, like the Breath of the Wild got for $29.99. That's not too shabby. How about Pac-Man Museum, $17.95. That's sold. Pokopia, $54.95. You can't find it. You could probably find it online for around $50 bucks. But Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, $34. If you just want the cart, sometimes you can get it cheaper, but you never know. Stray, pretty awesome game. Even I think imports play on the Switch, so Stray for $41. Like I said, it's not a bad system to collect for. They're not super expensive. Even the rare ones, this one went up to $87. It's still, considering what you pay for like PlayStation 5 games and Xbox games. That's not a bad deal for that $87. Yeah, you might pay out a little bit for it, but at least you had the game. But Aftermage $29.99. I mean, there's so many games for the Switch. It's not funny. I mean, just everything. Look at Hero Seal, a sealed game for $42. So just gotta look around and stuff like that. Let's get back. So Nintendo Switch is still not a bad system to collect for it. It's out there. You're gonna find games everywhere. It's still supported too, which is pretty cool. And when Nintendo decides to stop supporting it, then people will probably hack their Switch. They're probably already a hack for it anyways. I mean, who knows? It's probably one, people already hacked their Switch. But if you don't, you just want to be legit, yeah. There's so many games. There's so many games out there. Just tons and tons and tons and tons of games. I don't talk about Nintendo very often. But it's a good system to collect for. I mean, even the SD cards, for the Switch, if you shop around right, you can find an SD card for your Switch. I think I've got a 1 terabyte in my Switch. Switch 2, I never did put an SD card in that thing. I just learned to deal with it without a Switch. It's like my Xbox Series X. I never bought the expanded memory. I just delete the games and when I'm done with it. But Switch, like I said, get a nice little SD card, 512 gigabyte or a 1 terabyte. Just shop around for it and stuff like that, and just go buy some Switch games. Go have some fun playing it. It's a hybrid console, so it plays on your TV. I shouldn't have to tell you that. If you get a Nintendo Switch, the portable one, whatchamacallit, the Slim, whatever I forgot but if you get this one that don't hook up to the TV, that's not a bad system to collect for too. Got my daughter's one of her Switches around here somewhere. That one I think I did mod just to kind of dink around with it. She's got like a couple Switches and she got a Switch too, so I got one of her just in one of the other Switch Slim or something like that. But yeah, it don't matter what you get, man, for a Switch, just because they're all the fun games. I mean, still, I mean they raise the prices on the Switch. And it's still not really too bad to buy because there is so many games out for that system. I mean, if you think it's like, oh, they're charging so much for it and stuff like that, who cares, man? It's like the games justify the cost because there's over 3,000 physical games. The Switch 2 hasn't even come close to that yet. Eventually, maybe in the next couple of years, it might. But if you're on the fence on buying a Switch 2, the Switch is perfect to have. It's awesome. I still like my Switch. It's kind of hard to jump back and forth between the Switch 2 and the Switch because sometimes I pack my Switch not realizing I do got a Switch 2 and I got to turn it on. Usually I don't have my internet active. I just put a game in there and play it. So pretty sweet. But hey, enough about the Switch, man. Go out and buy one if you don't have a Switch. Just go pick one up. If you do have a Switch, go look for games if you haven't thought about it. If you're interested in trying to find something to collect for, that's a good system to do it with and stuff like that. If you don't want to do PS3 or Xbox 360 for that matter, or even a PlayStation 1, and you just want to just do something simple, this is simple. You're going to find games everywhere. But hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like, give me a thumbs down. Comment down below, do you collect Switch games, and how many do you have in your collection? I probably got maybe 100 Switch games, if even that many. I don't know, I gotta look. But let me know in the comments below what you think of the Switch 2 and stuff like that. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and hit the bell icon. I'll check y'all in the next video. Bye. Fun times, everybody. Fun times indeed.